All right, welcome back to the Slide Podcast. I am Coach Aaron, and I am joined by my amazing co-host, Coach Allie. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm trying to stay warm and dry in Southern California right now. How are you?
Warm and dry. Well, the warm I'm not concerned about you with because we're about to hit freezing temperatures this week over here in South Carolina. So I don't want to hear any. What is cold for you?
It's probably like 60 outside right now.
Yeah, you're not going to see a tear come out of my eyes. So you suck it up for a little bit there. But yeah, we've hit 85-degree temperatures already, and we are about to experience freezing temperatures again this week. So whatever. Anyway, but our baseball season started. So I am super excited about that. So how's spring training going for you?
It's
Have you
pretty good.
gotten
I'm headed
involved
out
yet?
there. Headed out there next week again, go catch a Dodger game, possibly an Angels game. Although some of those players are playing in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
I didn't make it out there for that, but it's been pretty amazing on TV. Have you been able to catch any games?
Nope, I haven't yet. So that's my plan. Is hopefully the back half of the week is to catch some of the games. I've seen quite a few of our followers like repost some of the amazing things that's happened, and so I haven't got a chance to watch yet. But that's my plan. So for anyway, so for everyone listening, we're a youth baseball podcast. So we focus on the superstars that are going on today in youth baseball all throughout the country. And today we have Chris Poole joining us from Mississippi. Now, I'm going to let Chris introduce himself to you, but this kid is a pretty big prospect at a very young age. And so we had to have Chris on the show because, man, there's no doubt and question of his work ethic, how much he loves the game, and I think he can inspire a few of our listeners out there. So, Chris, welcome to the slide, sir.
I'm Christopher Poole, from Mississippi, go to Oak Grove, it's pretty big school, but big school means, you compete for spots, so,
And what grade are you in?
I'm in seventh grade.
Seventh grade. Now, what level of ball are you playing right now? You're not playing high school yet, are you?
Oh, no, sir, I'm not
Okay.
playing.
So what age range are you playing right now?
I'm playing 13U, 13
13U.
national, yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So I've already told everyone that you're a little bit of a pitcher, right?
Yeah.
Tell us where baseball started for you, like who introduced the game to you. How did you fall in love with it? Because it's a hard game. Like, how
Yeah.
did you fall in love with it?
Um, Probably like when I was younger, like probably about 5 or 6. I went for my first T-ball game. My dad introduced me to it. He taught me everything I know.
Okay.
It's yeah,
And it just stuck from there, huh?
it's like natural.
Well, when did you start pitching?
I started pitching when I was around 8 in rec ball. My coach gave me a chance to pitch because usually I play outfield, but it stuck with me after that, and I'm still doing it today.
Okay. All right. Well, so I know you do a lot of different things. You do a lot of, lessons. Rayborn Pitching is actually how we connected with you. Um, Sounds like you're a little bit of a prospect at a young age, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how does all this ranking and stuff work, and where are you ranked currently?
Well, actually, on Perfect Game, I'm not ranked yet
Okay.
because I have, but you know, you ask that again for me.
Do what?
You ask that again for me.
Yeah, yeah. So like you're ranked in some of the charts, like as one of the top pitchers, right? How do,
Yes,
how
sir.
do,
One of the
how do
top
you
pitchers.
get your name on that ranking list?
It's just like going out to tournaments. You where you see a whole lot of kids around your age and around from where you're from, and like comparing yourself to them,
Hmm.
and comparing and contrasting, and like see what you can do better. And it's like once you do that, once you get to that point, it's like scouts start seeing you and they start putting you like on their charts and stuff.
Okay. All right. So how many tournaments do you play? Do you play every weekend?
Well, this year I'm actually playing five national tournaments with the Padres scout team, and I'm playing, maybe a couple of local tournaments. Yes, sir.
So he said Padres scout team, Allie. Like, I know you probably got some questions about that, but like, I'm gonna ask the first question and I'll let Allie follow up. But how did you get involved with the Padres scout team? Like, how does that
That's a,
work?
so my pitching coach is got in touch with Coach Ray, and they called my they texted my dad and talking about like can I play with them and stuff. It's after I hit 84 on the mound.
84.
Yes, sir.
Allie, I think I can catch it.
I think after a strong weekend, you might be able to. Yeah.
Oh, what questions you got for Chris, Allie?
I mean, San Diego, that hurts my heart a little bit, but they got a good squad. Their pro squad, you see Machado, Tatis, Soto. What would it mean to you to play on a major league team such as that in 5, 10 years?
It would mean the most, like my whole goal is like all that is just to make it there, play at that level and be successful at that level, at that age, like the young age that I might be at, and like just being like with the grown men, just playing, you know.
If you could play for any team, who would it be?
The Atlanta Braves, definitely, definitely.
That's awesome. So, are you aware of all these legendary pitchers that came through Atlanta Braves? Are you familiar
Uh,
with the Tom Glavines, the Smoltz? Who? Did I say Maddox? I didn't say Maddox yet. Yeah, Maddox is the man. Have you heard of these guys before?
uh, some of the names sound familiar, but like I like to just compare myself to the current players,
Okay.
because like what they did as a child just to make it to that level, different
Who
work ethics.
Who are you similar to that's on the mound right now?
Probably Shohei Ohtani because I'm double sided. I can hit too, a little bit on the hitting side.
He can hit a little bit, Allie.
Look, he
I'm
did say
get.
he played outfield earlier too.
He did. He
Yeah,
did.
I just can't play outfield.
So you're throwing 84 at 13. Like
Yes, sir.
that's crazy. So that's not normal, I don't think. Um, Tons of strength and conditioning, working out. Like, what does that look like for you? What's your normal week look like in order to prepare for these type of tournaments?
So we have a home gym at our house, and I work out 4 to 5 times a week. From like workouts you might see in combine, like to bench press, squats, or deadlift, that kind of stuff, and to like arm workouts, like band work.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of that.
Is your dad the one that coaches you the most?
Oh yes, and my dad, yeah, my number one coach.
Now, I know personally, as I coach my son, sometimes I can get on his nerves. Does dad get on your nerves sometimes
A
and drive
little
you
bit,
crazy?
but I understand that he wants me to be at that level too. So, I listen to him, I start to realize.
Okay, we're good. That's the thing that most kids don't understand at your age is parents, we're just here to hopefully guide you and put you on the right path. And sometimes that means some things aren't you're not gonna like. So,
Yes, sir.
but that's cool. Um, so you still play any rec ball right now?
I'm playing with Dixie. Like they're like it's like rec ball, a little bit more competitive, but like I
Dixie
use
Youth?
that for yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I use that for practice, for big tournaments.
Okay. So what's the difference between like rec ball and travel ball?
Well, rec ball, like I said, I use it for practice, but like it helps you like learn like who's in your area and who you might be playing with when you get older. Like at that high school level. And travel ball is like you can see like anybody, like a potential chance of seeing, somebody that might go pro one day, or like somebody from a different state you might not see playing rec ball.
I like that. I like how you phrase that up because I think there's a lot of kids at a young age that go all travel ball and they think that's the answer. But I like how you said rec ball helps you learn the kids in your neighborhood because eventually when you get to high school ball, you're probably going to play with some of those kids. And I think that's super important. So I love that, dude. Like, if you had it your way, would you keep playing both, or would you
Oh
just
yes,
play
sir,
one? Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
Okay. Well, I like that. I like that a lot. Allie, what you got?
I'm just baffled that he's not even in high school yet and he's throwing that fast. So I'm not sure I want to step in the box against you. But after high school, if you're not drafted right out of high school, are you looking at colleges? What would be the college? Like, what's
Uh,
drawing your attention right now?
Ole Miss, Tennessee, and probably Mississippi State. I want to stay closer to home. Close as possible. Uh, but if a team gives me an opportunity, I will take it. If I like the chance.
Okay. So now, you're going to definitely be a pitcher at the next level, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. So tell us about your hitting. What's the team going to get from your hitting?
Oh, well, they're gonna get a hard contact hitter. Like home runs come eventually. Like I hit those too, but like my main goal when I step in the plate is hard doubles and triples. Just get a little bit of speed on me.
Well, I saw you play a couple different sports, so it looks like you stay pretty active. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
um, what do you practice the most when it comes to hitting? How do you like? So you spend a lot of time with your pitching. Like, if
Yes.
you're going to be, one of these dual threat guys, like you got to really focus. How much time do you spend on your hitting?
Um, like pitching is my thing, so like I do more pitching than hitting, but I always find time, in my day to maybe go outside in the backyard, hit off the tee a little bit, work on my form, stuff like that.
So
T work.
that's right. I was about to say that. I was about to say that. Why is T work? Like, help us explain to those kids out there that may be listening that are 9, 10, 11, 12, even 13. Like, why should I still be hitting off the tee? Like, what does
So
that help?
when you're hitting off the tee, it's like you can like definitely focus on your form then, because like the ball doesn't move, so you know where the ball is already gonna be at. So it's like how can I get this ball like the best way I can do it in my form, like I'm trying to say, because like on front toss stuff like that, like you gotta focus on hitting the ball too, and you might get like distracted and like trying to hit the ball hard. But like on the tee, is nice and relaxed, and get into the ball.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Have you tried the drill? I've seen this drill a couple times, where instead of front toss, it's back toss. Where
Yes, and yes, and I used to do that a lot when I was little.
I haven't never tried that. Have you ever tried that, Allie?
It's tough. It's not easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like. I really want to try to do that because Chris, let me tell you, man, I'm 45 years old and I wanted to play. I wanted to be a professional player, but I wasn't given the gifts that you've got. So first of all, realize that. But then, like now at 45, dude, I want to try some of those things. Like, I honestly, I'd stand in the batter's box with you though. What's your good pitches?
My curveball is probably my best pitch, but when you have a fastball at that speed, like I go there a lot. Yes, sir.
Yeah, now see, if you throw in 84 curves, you probably won't see me in the box because you would probably see me diving out of the box to get away from the pitch. But I want to learn some of those things. So I'm gonna have to try some of that back toss. I'm gonna have to try that and see if I can do that.
It's a good drill.
Yeah, I'm gonna fail a lot, Chris, sometimes, but it's okay. Allie
It's good
laughs at.
feedback.
Yeah,
No, that drill's good feedback. If you don't keep your hands inside that ball, you're gonna yank it to the left of the cage, to the right of the cage, or the field, whatever. It's gonna go foul. You want to keep it straight up the middle. And that only works if you keep your hands inside the ball.
yep. All right, Chris, I'm gonna ask you a tough question now because Allie asked you about colleges. I know you spend all of this time practicing, training for baseball. Now tell me about your grades.
Uh, I'm an all A student. Yes, sir. I always like to keep grades first because some kids don't understand. Like without your grades, like most school, well, actually all schools actually probably won't let you play sports if your grades aren't there. So you always got to keep your grades first.
That's right. What's your studying look like? Do you study a lot?
Oh yes, sir. Every night, every night. Like before baseball, like before my all my lessons and stuff, my dad makes sure I get the study time in to make the good grades to prepare myself for for that next level.
I like it. I like it. Because that's very true. I mean, your GPA as you move through school will be very, very important as to which one of those colleges really want to call you. Because, I heard, Allie, I don't know if you heard this, but I heard a conversation with Johnny Gnomes and Duke Baxter from Dominate the Diamond. And he said he showed up with a buddy who was a scout and he was going to watch a bunch of high school players. And so his buddy pulls out his clipboard, and there's 200 kids on this clipboard. And immediately the guy just goes through and like marks out, like he said, like 2/3 of the names. And he was like, well, you haven't even seen these kids play yet. Why are you marking them out? And he's like, their GPAs are too low. It does me no good to even pay attention to them. So I think that's very, very important. So,
What's your favorite subject in school right now?
Probably history. History is my favorite subject. It's my first class, and I stay focused.
You don't go to sleep in history? Like it's your first class, you got to be tired when you come in. And then like history for me was like, oh, this stuff like drives me crazy. But now I wish I could go back and take history. Why do you like history so much?
To know where we've came from, like how far we've come, it just like surprises me from like in that short amount of time, like, and it informs me of like the people back in my time, like what they learned, so I can know the same stuff, so I can improve when I get older too.
I like that because, you can't change anything about history, but you can definitely learn from it. So I like that a lot. All right. What's your favorite baseball movie, dude?
Probably Sandlot, maybe. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty
I like,
common.
I like that. I like Sandlot. Allie, what's your favorite movie? Because we haven't talked about that yet on the show.
It's hard to say it's obvious, but A League of Their Own. I wanted so badly for that movie to come true, and it was cool. It was really cool to watch.
Have you ever seen that movie, Chris?
Oh, no, sir.
Oh my God. All right. You write that down. You tell your dad you need to watch A League of Their Own because it's an amazing movie. It's a great story. And I guess you could say loosely based on a lot of very factual information. So, and we're actually going to have one of the stars of that original baseball team on our show next week. So, but go watch it. Have you ever watched Major League?
No, sir, I don't think
Oh
so.
my gosh. All right. We're going to need you to forget history right now. We're going to have to talk. You got to start studying some baseball movies. So, what else, Allie? What other movies does he need to make sure he watches baseball movies? So we got Sandlot, Major League, A League of Their Own. We got to educate.
Bull Durham.
Oh yeah, Bull Durham.
Angels in the Outfield, always a good one.
Oh yeah, Eight Men Out. I love 8 Men Out.
I don't know, but Sandlot's a good one. It's just fun for all ages, always.
Have you ever got to go and play at a Sandlot type thing where you just get kids together and play, Chris?
Oh, yes, sir. Like sometimes we go to our local baseball field and we just have a good time playing around and stuff like that.
Surprisingly enough, and I think when I was growing up, that's where I learned the most. Like at those events, and I wouldn't even say events, like just every day after school when we hung out, like that camaraderie and really learning the game from each other. Like we didn't have a coach there, we didn't have an umpire, so we had to coach and really like argue with ourselves as to what was a ball and a strike. And it was good.
You can learn new things, try new things, stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So who's your favorite baseball player right now?
Ronald Acuna Jr. They're doing good in the World Classic right now, but it's got to be him. Yes, sir.
Who's going to win the World Series this year?
It's gonna be a hard one. It's still early, but I'm right now. I'm saying the Padres, but I don't. You know how baseball is. Just because you have a good roster, don't mean you're gonna win it all.
No, it is very true. So you're sticking with the Padres through it all, right?
Yes, sir.
Allie, so I don't think we've told you yet, but Allie works for the Dodgers. Allie, look at you, see the face it made. Kind of held
Wait,
that.
what?
I kind of held that from him at the beginning, and I just wanted to see his reaction. But so she's the ball girl for the Dodgers, so she might be able to nudge, Freddie Freeman or something, and like, hey, you need to check this kid out, like, just, take a look at him. So I'm thinking the Padres, not the Padres. I'm sorry, the Phillies.
Oh, the Phillies are good this year too.
What do you think about Bryce Harper?
Now he's not as good as he used to be, but he's still at that top level.
Yeah.
So.
Now he's similar to you. He was a top prospect coming out of high school.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Are you aware of like at what age that he was drafted and all that good stuff? Like it was early.
Yes,
like I want to say he was playing semi-pro ball at 17. And then I think as soon as he turned 19, he already had a contract with the Nationals. So, like, I remember I bought the Sports Illustrated. He was on the cover of when I think he was like 17, because this dude was supposed to be pretty amazing. So,
It's back when they allowed you to like graduate high school early for sports purposes. I don't know if they do that anymore.
I don't know, but that his parents got a lot of backlash, for that, especially at that time. When it hit Sports Illustrated, there was this big article. I mean, the dude was like 16, 17 hitting bombs, like 500 feet home runs at Tampa Bay Stadium. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I think I think it worked out well for him. And, looking back in hindsight, I think his parents did all right. But
he's got a ring to show it.
He does, and he might have a few more in the future. Who knows? So, all right, dude. So we're getting down to the last few questions. Allie, what you got for this dude?
So being on a national scout team, what's the top place that you've traveled, or what's somewhere you're looking forward to traveling to this year with that team?
Probably the top place right now is 2 weekends ago. Houston. We went to Houston, Texas. The tournament didn't go as we planned it to, but always learn new things, meet new people. Yes, man. And then probably where I want to travel to is I really want to go to California. Like that's probably my dream place.
Why California?
It's not a bad place.
Like the stuff I see online, it's just like the atmosphere. Like they got so many things over there.
I agree with you. That's on my bucket list too. Well, I've been to Palm Springs and San Diego, but I want to go to LA. So I'm gonna have to come out and hang out with Allie. So, man, I think it's crazy what you're looking to achieve. So what's the next step for you? Like, so you're playing 13U now, you got some big tournaments coming up. What's the next 2 or 3 years look like for you?
I just see a lot of like progress, like just getting better and better. Like you can never be like the best of yourself. With how like I'm trying to say like you can never be your best self. Yeah, never be satisfied. Always think you can do better. And I just see myself working and working harder and harder. To get to that level. Like you said, like I want to be drafted early, and maybe if I get like offers and stuff. I go to college too, get a couple of degrees. Yes, sir.
Well, what's your degree going to be in?
Well, I want to major in business right now, but like that's just like me coming, I'm young right now, so I don't know yet.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't. Honestly, over just even the last few years, I was the same way. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up either. So. But I'm still in my 40s, and I'm still saying that. So, Chris, you're going to be ahead of the game, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So, last question we always ask: you walk up to bat, or maybe it's your pitch and walkout song. What's your walkout song going to be?
Oh, I haven't had a walkout song since I was like 10.
What? Well, yes. What would it be? What would it be?
It would probably be something like calm, but like still like a little beat to it at the same time.
All right, well, give us a song. Tell us what song it is.
That's a lot of thinking.
Tough question.
It is. This is the hardest question that we ever ask on the show. It takes people some time.
Um,
Now, who's your favorite artist? So, who are you listening to right now?
oh well, I like to listen. I listen to like a lot of people, a lot of
Okay.
people. But like before games, like I'll listen to people that get me hyped up, like maybe Lil Baby or and then it's like it's a huge scale. So I listen, to maybe a couple of female artists, maybe even before games too. You know, I'm everywhere.
Okay. All right. Got some, you can put some Marvin Gaye on there.
Yes, sir.
You can do all kind. You listen to any country music? You're in Mississippi, so
Um, Not really, but like on the highways, I might hear somebody in their truck blasting it or something.
you might hear it from the next car over. That's okay.
Yes, sir.
He's
All
ready for
right.
San Diego then right there. The hype music, little less country. He's ready.
Yes,
They
man.
play some like seriously competitive ball out there in California, dude. You think you can hang with it?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I might be a little nervous at the beginning, but once I get comfortable, get my groove, I'll be okay.
Have you pitched any no hitters yet?
Oh, yes, sir.
How many you got?
Um, I think I got maybe two right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
It's, one was in Louisiana. I was playing this Herman down in there, and what was my other one? Oh, well, I don't know if it could be considered a no hitter or not, but I didn't let anybody get on base while I was pitching
Okay.
back in Houston. Yes, sir.
Well, there you go. That's not, well, I mean, if no base runners, that could sounds like a perfect game.
Yes,
We're
sir.
close to it there. I think there was a perfect game in the World Classic, right? A
Uh,
combined, I think it was like 2 days ago. I can't remember which was it. It wasn't Israel. I think it actually happened again. Who beat Israel yesterday? It was 10-0. I think they run ruled them. Do you remember that? I'm gonna
no,
have to look that
sir.
up. Allie, you're supposed to be like my person that tells me that. It's okay,
I
but
know,
there
but there's
was
been
one.
so much baseball.
I know, and I was surprised because Israel was on the back side of that one because Ian Kiesler plays for Israel war stick guy. So, what kind of bat you swinging?
Right now I'm swinging a D Marine, but I want like from my high school, like throughout all that, I want to swing a Cat X. It's a light bat. Get through the zone quick. Kind of type of player I am.
Okay, does can you get a Cat X in a BB core?
Oh, yes, sir.
You
Yes, sir.
can.
I really want the one piece. Like I've
Hmm.
heard, like the one piece is better than the composite and the two piece bat. But you know, it is. It's like
Do you have to check out and Allie and I are fans of Worstic, but Worstic just came out with a new two piece. You have to check it out because it's pretty
yes,
hot.
sir.
It's hot out of the box, so check them out. But I could
Missouri's
see,
swinging those bats.
yeah, I could see you wearing that Worstic logo. Pretty
Yes, sir.
solid. So you seem like a warrior. So all right, dude. Any questions for us? Any last things you want to tell our listeners out there? How can we find you on social media and keep up with you?
My Instagram is the underscore Chris Poole. I'll follow everybody back, and I don't know my TikTok, but you can DM me on Instagram, and I'll text everybody back. I like to have conversations with people,
All
you
right.
know.
Well, very cool, man. Well, hey, I want you to stay in touch with us because one of these days you very well could be playing in the MLB, and hey, this would be your start right here. So,
Yes, sir.
hey,
Yes.
we want a Padre jersey or a Braves jersey when you get drafted. Okay,
Yes, sir. I remember.
Allie, can you wear a Padres jersey out there?
I don't know about that. I
What
don't
about a
know, but
Braves? Could you wear a Braves?
I'll take an autographed baseball.
Okay,
That'll be
okay.
safe.
I know Padres are probably rivals out there, but hey, we're gonna send her. You can send her one anyway, Chris. We just she'll wear it. So
Yeah, dude, you make it to the show, I'll rep you on a Padres jersey. I got you.
Yes, man.
awesome, dude. Well, hey, man, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You got practice today?
Yes, I got practice this afternoon.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna let you get going and get ready for practice. But for everyone out there listening to us, go check out Chris Poole. This dude is he's preparing himself for big things in the future. So, but if you've got superstars that you'd like to have recognized, like to have their stories told on the show, please reach out to us just like Chris and his dad did. We'd love to have you on the show to talk about the things that you love and what makes baseball special for you. So for everyone out there listening right now, thank you so much. Continue to support us. Go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all the other things. Chris, dude, I can't keep up with all this stuff, man. But in most cases, you can follow us at theslidepodcastshow.com. So, but until then, everyone, Allie,
We'll catch you on the slide.
there we go. We got it.